Hey, thanks for dropping by to the Planners on Purpose podcast, created by Naomi Tucker, CMP. Now, this space is for the event planners to encourage and empower you so that you can fully live your life on purpose. So before we dig in, please take a moment to subscribe so you get future shows. Now, here she comes, your host, Naomi.
Hello, how are you doing, my friends? This is Naomi Tucker, your host here on the Planners on Purpose podcast. I'm happy to be in your company today. For those that do not know me, I'm a strategic events consultant and burnout prevention coach, and I aim to support event professionals to stress less and live more so that they can lead a life they love. I empower them to be a planner on purpose. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, or if you have been around for some time, regardless what your situation is, I just want to say welcome. Now, all around the world, there are many holiday traditions that are underway right now. We're well into the holiday season, and I usually see all the fun traditions that families have. They gather together, they go shopping, meet with their friends, and celebrate and spread some holiday cheer. I actually met a few friends this week just to do that very thing. And also, you see things like putting up holiday and Christmas decor, and of course, Christmas trees. And that's what my family did. We went to a tree farm, and it was a little ways away, I would say about an hour to get to, and we got our Christmas tree. We like to do the tradition of cutting down a Christmas tree at this popular tree farm. We love going there, and it's, again, our little tradition. When we get there, we're immediately greeted by the staff, always, and we're shown right to where we should park by the lot attendants. And as we get out of our car, we're immediately greeted by some attendants. And this attendant's name was Bruce, who was very helpful. He was very jolly and asked if we'd been there before. And we told them that we had been there. He proceeded to just advise us of a few things. He let us know where the tree lots were for this year and how to get to them. He shared where his best trees were. We love balsam firs, so he showed us exactly where those were on a map and told us where he thought the best ones were. He even shared where we would catch, let's say, this trailer. There's a tractor trailer that comes around and picks you up, takes you out to where the trees are, and then also gives you a ride back. And that also worked out really well. Bruce was so nice. He also pointed out some other things that had changed from the year before, like where to get their wreaths and their gift shop door entrance, which changed from the year before. I didn't think Bruce was a nuisance at all. He was quite pleasant, and he really wanted to make sure that we got the most out of our experience. So we did all the things. My family absolutely goes to this place. So we take our picture in the places that we need to take pictures. We took some candid shots. We did video. It was pretty awesome. And the whole experience and the service makes you want to come back again that next year. It encourages you to make it a tradition. And so after we were all done, we get our tree, we get the tractor trailer back. Paying for our tree was pretty easy. And there was this cute woman that reminded me of images of Mrs. Claus. She was in the gift shop, and she had on a nice red cardigan. I don't really think she was trying to have that image, but she just had it. She had white hair, just so nice. She asked my daughter if she wanted to warm up by the wood stove. And of course, my daughter was like, yes, give me that. Give me cookies, give me hot chocolate, whatever. But it was great. My girls had an enjoyable experience, and we all did. And we know that we would come back again and again. But this experience got me thinking about events and marketing events, because this tree farm brings people from all over Wisconsin for a reason, and it's the experience. And when you leave their location, especially if you join their mailing list, you get a free ornament for your tree. That's just added value that you did not know to expect. And during the year, once it gets closer to a holiday, you get a postcard that gives you access to this free ornament every year. People just come in just to get that free ornament every year. And this is in addition to the experience that brings people back year after year. So again, when thinking about our events, I just had some takeaways just from my experience, and I wanted to share them with you and just share how this holiday tradition made me think about our events and how we can bring a little bit more to our events. And the first thing I had, or takeaway that I had for this, was your event starts where it ends. It's a continuous cycle. It doesn't necessarily stop. When my experience ended, I was able to guarantee that I would come back because I had an amazing experience, number one. And number two, there was incentive to come back with the ornament, right? So in event management and in our marketing, we should create experiences that people just rave about and make them excited to come back again and again. We should plant the seed for the next year at that event and somehow ensure that there's a high threshold of return by our clients and our customers. Another takeaway I had is that being nice and being welcoming wins. Service wins. There is so much to say about a good, warm greeting. When Bruce greeted us, we knew that we were in good hands immediately. Think about perhaps going to other places where you get a great customer experiences. For me, whenever I have issues with my iPhone and taking it to an Apple service agent, it's just easy. I get things done very quickly, and there's a great attitude and energy behind it. For Chick-fil-A, for those of you that are in a position to have one of these restaurants in your city, I just love how all of the service workers, they greet everyone warmly. They always sign off with "my pleasure." And going through their drive-through, it's like a well-oiled machine, and you always leave with knowing you'll be back again, no questions asked. Another takeaway I had from my experience is consistency is just key, right? Consistency is key. The common thread with many of these organizations like Apple, Chick-fil-A, and the Tree Farm in central Wisconsin is their consistent service. Everyone is trained on the process. Everyone has their roles, and they know how to do them very well. Also, excellent service is a standard. The teams are trained on excellence. They're trained to be excellent. And because of this, when you go year after year or visit over and over, you know what type of experience that you'll get. And then I also took away from this that having a great send-off, it matters. And similar to the Chick-fil-A, "my pleasure" at the end of an exchange, it's nice to just have a great send-off, especially when it comes to events. We generally focus on the welcome, but the ending doesn't get as much pomp and circumstance always. Why not have a great send-off too? It doesn't take much. With the Tree Farm, when we leave, there is always this gentleman at the end, ensuring that everyone had a good time before they exited the parking lot. He's always really funny, and I swear, year after year, he has amazing jokes, and he is generally sarcastically funny, which is my type of funny, but it just works, and it has you leaving just with a smile and that you came, had a great experience, and you ended on a good note. We should do that with our events and have great send-offs at the end of our events, not just having our attendees leave because they're trying to catch their flights or, leave early from a session. Like, really end with a great send-off would be absolutely amazing if we can make it happen. Anyway, we had a good time, but I'm always thinking about events and marketing wherever I go, and got to think that, hey, we should always be taking some cues from our experiences and how we can inject them into our events somehow. Inspiration can truly come from anywhere, and it doesn't have to be complex or some groundbreaking way on how we can do events. It can just be truly the simple things that make us think about our events differently and bring about new and creative opportunities. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening or whenever you're listening to this, and may your holiday traditions bring you experiences to remember. Stay on purpose.
Well, that wraps it up for this episode. If you enjoyed the conversation, hit the like button and tell us how much you enjoyed the show by leaving a message in the comments. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.